different instruction. It says to annotate the following speech.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay. How do I know that you've done that? Did you
I
turn it
turned it
in?
in. I did that.
Okay.
I did that all by myself and turned it in.
Okay. So go to the leftmost tab there. Left tab. No, no, you don't have to go back, just the left tab. Read the instructions there for me out loud, please.
Compare who was more effective in motivating Americans to free themselves from Great Britain, Patrick Henry or Thomas Paine. Use quotes from
Okay.
both texts as
Keep going.
evidence.
Good. Keep going.
Please reference the rhetorical appeals and their usage.
All right. So the instructions are telling you to decide, like you have to say which one is more effective. Okay. Uh, either the Patrick Henry or Thomas Paine. 5 to 8 sentences. Well, I don't know where it says 5 to 8. I don't know what that is. Use quotes from both texts as evidence. So you're going to have to go to each text and find something and then talk about the rhetorical appeal. Okay, so that's the pathos, ethos, and logos.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
now, have you read? You said you read Patrick Henry. Have you read Thomas Paine?
Yes.
Okay, you have to like. So, which one is more effective?
Thomas Paine.
Okay, so let's open up the Thomas Paine one, please, and a new tab.
It's just lagging.
Okay. All right, so we have to find some quotes from this and decide if it's ethos, pathos, or logos.
Yeah.
So let's go down and look for a quote or two. So you said you read this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask you what it's about. We have to grab a quote and say whether it's pathos, ethos, or logo.
Okay.
I said try not to overthink it. Look at the black headings there. Read each of those. I mean, which one stands out to you?
Which one stands out?
Yes, which one of those stands out? If you want to go back to the top, you can, but look at the bolded first sentence in each of those. Which stands out to you? Do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah, but for right now, okay, yes, I know what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Find the
So,
quote.
yep. So you need you to pick a quote.
Common sense sees public opinion propelling American colonists
No,
toward.
no. Sorry. That is not. It starts below excerpt. Excerpt is where it begins.
Yeah, there's another and greater distinction for which no truly natural or religious reason can be
Uh,
assigned.
you you don't have to read it out loud. I'm asking you to look at the bolded first sentence in each paragraph and pick one that stands out to you. Which one is most meaningful to you? Do you understand what I'm asking you to do?
Yes,
Okay. What am I asking you to do?
just have to just find it.
Okay. So read each of those. We can read them together. We got to pick one.
Okay. Okay. I pick the divine light, the divine right of a king of kings a lie. Monaco runs against God's plans.
Okay, so copy that into the document that you're going to use to submit this. So I guess just copy that for the moment. And then where are you supposed to turn in your answer? Right there? Okay. All right. So um let's let's put that in quotes
Okay.
and put that it's from the pane. So in parentheses, off to the right there, you can type in space parentheses pane, Paine.
Uh-huh.
Y-
Thomas Paine, I will write.
Uh, you just need his last name there, parentheses Paine,
Okay. Parentheses. I know. I know. I know.
comma. You need the date, the year it was done, inside parentheses,
Okay.
comma,
Let me see.
and then this is 1776. Year of our in.
Comma. 1776.
Yes. Close parentheses. Okay. Now you want to close parentheses. Yep, great. Now you want to go to a new sentence and you want to say whether this is pathos, ethos, or logos.
Okay.
Is it an appeal to which one? Pathos, ethos, or logo? You remember from yesterday, you said you're going to write those down in your note. Do you have those up? Those notes up?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. This pathos, ethos, or logos. Now, if you're not sure, let's go to the text and read a little bit more from it.
Okay.
So go back to the text. All right, go to the right of it and see what it says. These portions.
Of scripture are direct and positive. They admit of no equivocal construction that the Almighty hath here entered his protest against monarchical government is true, or the scripture is false.
Okay, so this is very important, Sarge. Like if you don't understand this, then you can't use it in your argument. So you have to say whether this is ethos, pathos, or logos and why it's persuasive. And if you can't do that, we should choose a different quote from this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, or do you want me to read?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't think you understand what this is about. The, the divine right of a king is a lie. Monarchy runs
I know
against
what this is
God's.
about. Like whenever, like he just wrote the document. He wrote the common sense.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this specific sentence. Is it ethos, pathos, or logos? Which appeal is it?
For what I told you, this is logos
Why is it logos?
because it's giving out evidence.
What is the evidence?
The evidence, it's giving out the argument about the quote right here.
No. What in there is evidence?
The divine
It,
right
it
of king.
it's there. I'm just asking you to explain yourself. That's why I'm trying to get. That's why I'm
It's the
asking this
divine
question.
right of kings is a lie. Monarchy runs against God's plans.
You can't just tell me the sentence and say that that's what it is. What in that sentence? What in there is the evidence? So
Um,
another way to do this, Sarish, is for me to just ask you, are kings divinely and do kings have a divine right? Like, does it come from God?
does
Do
it come from God?
kings' rights come from God?
No.
No, they do not. So where do the rights come from?
The rights they come from
Where does the king's rights come from?
the king's rights comes from. Okay. The king's rights. Okay. The king's rights.
So imagine you're king of a country, Sarish. Where do your rights come from? Do they come from God or do they come from somewhere else?
They come from God or they come from someone else.
Okay, where do they come from?
From laws and from the lawyers, from the judges.
Well, no, there's no lawyers and judges back then.
Well, they are given laws by the king.
So the rights of the king come from the rights of the king.
Mhm.
That that's that's kind of that's better than what you just said. Like the king that says this is the law because I said so.
Yeah.
Okay. So we should say that now. We should say that this is an example of logos.
Okay. Can I write period?
Sure.
This of logos.
Comma.
Okay.
The evidence, and this is where you have to explain what the evidence is, which is where do the king's rights actually
The
come from?
evidence suggests that laws come from the king.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Let's go find another quote. Now, it says to use quotes from both texts. Okay. So maybe we should go find a quote from the other text from Patrick Henry.
Patrick Henry.
So scroll down. Said you read this. It would be better if you had the version where you had marked it up because uh you you need to pull a quote out. something,
Yeah.
something here.
Okay. And it, no, an appeal to arms and to God of hosts is all that is left us. An appeal to arms and to God of hosts is all that is left us.
Yeah, that's the last sentence, which is it's the summary of the paragraph. That's not really something you want to quote. You typically want to quote something in the beginning or middle, like a topic sentence or an explanation. I would recommend looking at the first sentence in each paragraph. The topic sentence is usually the best way to go.
Yeah. I shall consider myself as guilty of treason towards my country and of an act of disloyalty toward the majesty of heaven, which I reserve above all earthly kings.
Again, Sourish, this is the transition sentence. It's not the topic sentence. Topic sentence is the first sentence in.
Well, I know, but
You want to choose a topic sentence, not a transition sentence. Transition
no
sentence is
man
more.
thinks more highly than I do of patriotism as well as abilities of a very worthy gentleman who have just addressed the house.
Okay. Which of the ethos, pathos, or logos is that? So you have to pick one where you know what it is, whether it's ethos, pathos, or logos.
At those.
Okay, why is it ethos?
Because the speech for the quote right here is like credibility.
The credibility is in the person that's writing it. Um,
Well, yeah, because it says right here, who have just addressed the house. No man thinks more. He
no,
wrote it.
credibility means like the person who's writing this, they have some sort of credibility because they've got like a degree or they're well regarded by by law, by something. Like there's something that it says in there that they've got credibility. So are you what are you saying is in there that gives the person credibility?
I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing that it might be.
Well, you can't guess. You have to know. So I'm not saying you're wrong, but what is it about the person that's writing that has credibility? then if you're not sure or can't see it, then we should choose something different.
I would say it's not ethos then.
Okay, why don't we look at the next topic sentence down there where it says Mr. President? Let's look at that one.
Mr. President, it is natural to man to indulge in illusions of hope.
All right. Is that
That's going to be that hope is for emotion. So it must be pathos.
okay, we've already got a pathos though, so maybe we should do something different.
And we got the logos.
Oh, you're right. I didn't. So we can do,
Yeah,
so
so
you're
this is
saying
the
this is
pathos
pathos. Why is it pathos?
because hope is for the emotion.
All right. So grab that quote. All right. So put the
Henry.
citation. Okay. And this is actually 1775.
Okay.
All right. So the next thing here is to add a sentence of saying,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
an
This.
example of pathos, and then
Yep.
explaining why.
Because hope is for emotions. Is for the emotion of a person. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go back and look at the,
Yeah, we only do
uh,
5 sentences. It's 5 to 8, it says.
let's do one more from the Thomas Paine. Why don't you find one more?
Okay.
Find one more of those topic sentences that you think and maybe we should look for one that's the third one, ethos, some sort of credibility.
I got it. I got it. In America, the rule of law is king.
Okay, but we want something for credibility.
Credibility. Okay.
Maybe nice if we can find it. Like
Think
something
for
that says that,
yourself and follow common sense. This is like credibility.
well, we want something that says that like the author is well regarded, or we know that he's like something that says that he's an expert in his field.
Oh, like this. Why should we think that some people are born to be rulers and some born to be subjects?
Um
Is that
they scroll down. I see what you're trying to do here. Scroll down. Let's go to the next, see what's everything towards the end. Yeah, go up a little bit. Too fast. Yeah, I mean, so what we're looking for is something where it says like Thomas Paine was well educated and a person that the community saw as being a very important person, something like that.
I don't think it's here.
Yeah, I agree. Right, you can probably submit what you have then. You
No,
made a
no, no,
good.
I got it. If we can make able to make, so we have to, credibility. I would say that it's gonna be, hold on. It's gonna be this.
So that's not a credibility thing. Like it's just stating a comparison, you know, that people are either one or the other. Um,
Okay.
so I mean I think you're good. Like I don't think there's much more to this. Um,
Okay.
so you can turn that in if you want.
But it's 4 sentences, we have to make it 5.
Okay, then go pick one more quote, and it can be any of the three: ethos, pathos, or logos.
Passing down, this one right here, I'll pick.
Okay. This is pain. This is pain, not
Oh,
Henry.
sorry about that.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, Matthew.
no problem. Just don't want you to 1776.
Yeah, this is an example. This is an example of ethos
Okay, why is it ethos?
because it's giving down, like, for example, it's giving down evidence of it because it's saying in the truth that passing down water from father to son is a bad idea. No
Okay,
reason to.
yeah, go ahead and write that down.
Okay, turn in. Should I turn this in, Matthew?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
All right, so you're ahead of the schedule. You got it all done. That's excellent.
I want to say thank you. Thank you
Well,
for making
you're
me
welcome.
get this done. Okay.
You did all the work though, so um,
Okay.
all right. What's going? Let's go back and look at your English classes or anything else upcoming that we should look at, think about.
I don't think so.
All right, so scroll up there, keep it at the top. So you did that compare
Yeah, this
common
one.
sense jigsaw. That's already been turned in. So no due date on the feedback. Looks like everything else you're caught up on. Um, good. Go to boot camp.
Uh,
Scroll down.
wait, blue camp? Oh, boot camp.
Boot camp. Okay, that's there. All right. Looks like, I mean, to me, looks like you're all caught up in this class.
Yeah, Matthew,
Yeah.
like in Google Classroom, I think like in the Google Classroom we did this, and I really want to say thank you for making me do this. I don't think I'm going to be doing this until tomorrow because I think I did this with you. So okay,
Good. Good. All right. So what's going on in math class? We can
in math class,
did you have math class
we did
today or
not have
not?
math class today. We did not have
Okay.
math class today. We did
All
not
right.
have math class today.
So we've got some time left. Do you want us to do, I guess we can do some SAT reading.
SET reading.
Do you have
Uh,
anything else to work on today?
I don't think anything else.
All right. Well, I'm gonna grab a reading for us and we're gonna work on that for the rest of the
Yeah,
time
so I will
today.
stop sharing. Can I stop sharing?
Yep, you can stop sharing. That sounds good.
Okay.
All right, give me just a moment to get this up. I believe we started looking at this a while back. Um, I'm about to share my screen and we're going to look at just a new reading passage here. Let me share my screen. Here we go. All right. So whenever you see my screen here loaded up here, go ahead and read out
Yeah.
loud for
If
us, please.
Of course, Matthew. Thank you. If I catch you wasting electricity again, reading all this nonsense, you'll be sorry. My father was not my father was not a miser, and a miser. Is it
Miser.
miser?
You said it correctly. Yeah, miser. It's weird. We'll
Okay,
talk about what
yeah.
that word
I just
means.
want to just remind you to see if it's miser or miser. And I said right. Yeah.
Miser.
And despite the hardships we suffered, whenever he gave me a few coins so that I could buy myself some treats like the other children. He was convinced that I spent them on licorice sticks, sunflower seeds, or sweets. But I would keep them in the coffee tin under the bed, and when I collect 4 or 5 relays,
I think it's reels. I'm not sure. It's an old English word. Reels
relays.
is referring to the money.
Okay, maybe reels. I secretly rush out to buy myself a book.
Okay, so let me read it to you and just kind of listen. That way you focus on kind of building a story of what's happening here in your head, sort of video. If I
Okay.
catch you wasting electricity again, reading all this nonsense, you'll be sorry. My father was not a miser, and despite the hardships we suffered, whenever he could, he gave me a few coins that I got buy myself some treats like the other children. He was convinced that I spent them on liquor sticks, sunflower seeds, or sweets, but I would keep them in a coffee tin under the bed. And when I'd collected 4 or 5 reels, I'd secretly rush out to buy myself a book. Okay, um, so let's talk about the word miser. I want you to go look that word up on the internet for us, please. Miser, miser.
Okay. A person who hoards wealth and spends as little money as possible.
So it says here, if I catch you wasting electricity again, what's the issue with wasting electricity? What is he referring to?
What am I referring to?
What is that like? Why would someone say that? Like, you ever heard your parents like turn off the lights and don't turn the air down? Like, what's the issue with electricity?
The issue of electricity.
Yes. So electricity
Well, the issue with
is usually
electricity is used for powering up our homes and also powering up our gadgets and also like that, and also the lights too.
right. So it's expensive. It's expensive. So when you waste electricity, it's like wasting um it's like wasting uh um it's bad. So that's why he's saying my father was not a miser. Like, he's not cheap, but he's saying like he did give me money. He gave me a few coins when he could.
Yeah.
All right, now let's keep going here. It says he was convinced that I spent them on liquor, sticks, sunflower seeds, or sweets. But is that what actually happened? Is that what he was actually buying?
Is that what he's actually buying?
Does he actually
Well,
buy liquor?
he's buying like he spent them on licorice sticks, sunflower seeds, or sweets. He bought them and he can be able to put he bought them so he can put them in the coffee tin.
But what did he actually buy? What was he actually buying? What did it say
What
there
was
in the
he at
last sentence?
in the last sentence?
Yeah, what does he say that he was actually buying?
He said he could buy himself some treats like the other children.
It's not what it says in the last sentence here.
Well, I was thinking that there it says right up there I could buy myself.
Yeah, but that's okay. It says in context, he father gave him the money because the father thought he wanted the treats. But what did he actually buy?
He bought a book.
Yes, very important. He bought a book. So he doesn't want to buy sweets. He'd rather buy a book.
Okay.
All right, let's just read a little more here. We don't have much time for the rest of this. Uh,
Okay.
okay. So let me hear real quick. Don't read this last part, but just read the rest, please.
You did not read the last part. Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite place in the whole city was Sempier and Sons Bookshop on Calle, Santa Ana. It smelled of old paper and dust, and it was my sanctuary, my refuge. The books, the bookseller would let me sit on a chair in the corner and read my book. I liked to my heart's content.
Okay. So what it's saying here is that his favorite place in the whole city was a bookshop, and it smelled like old paper and dust. Okay, like he really wanted to be at the bookstore. Do you get that from this certain
Yeah.
sentence? So what would the
Mhm.
bookseller allow him to do? What does it say here in the next sentence? What can he do?
What can he do?
Yes, what does it say that he can do?
He said he can be able to, what he can do, what he can do is just, he would just he would just let the bookseller make him sit on a chair in a corner and read the book.
He could read books there. That's why he liked going. He
Yeah.
liked going because he could read the books for as long as he wanted, basically.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay. So that is it for us for today. We're going to stop the recording.